So you're thinking about moving to Middletown, Rhode Island? Well, in today's video, my team and I are gonna give you a better understanding of Middletown, Rhode Island. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Rhode Island, subscribe below, tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Rhode Island. My name is Devin, and my team and I, we get calls and texts every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to Rhode Island, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so we can help you make a smooth move here to Rhode Island. Let's jump over to the monitor. So here we have the map of Middletown, Rhode Island. Our goal of this video is that you've never been to Aquidneck Island. We want you to really understand what it would be like living in Middletown. Now, Aquidneck Island is made up of 3 areas. You have Newport, Middletown, and Portsmouth. That's what makes up Aquidneck Island. So the way to get to Middletown is either from the Newport Bridge or down 138, 114 over here. If you're coming from Boston, a lot of people buy second homes here because when you're coming down this way, you do not hit the traffic that comes into Newport. So let me give you a better understanding of different areas of Middletown so you can get a good grasp of what it would be like to live here. So the first kind of area and neighborhood I want to cover is that we call it the Easton Point neighborhood. This is Easton Point, but really all of this makes up Easton's Point neighborhood. This sits between First and Second Beach, and you have St. George's right here. Not right, yeah, right here. So you have to understand that this neighborhood is primarily vacation rentals and second homes. The reason why vacation rentals are popular in Easton's Point is because as of this video, there are no restrictions that prohibit you from doing short-term rentals in residential zoning. So a lot of people over here capture a tremendous amount of weekly income because of how close they are to the beaches, because their people that are renting can walk to First Beach or they can walk to Second Beach, and all along Aquidneck Ave here is a few popular restaurants, some shopping and dining. As you move out over this way of Easton's Point, you have Tuckerman Ave, Espionage, and all of these areas right here, this is where your higher end homes are. The reason why these are higher end is because they all have water views pretty much. So the home prices over here are gonna be anywhere from 3 all the way up to 15 million. There was one that recently sold right here out on the point that sold for 15 million and needed another 8 to 10 million. So that's gonna be a $30 million asset by the time they're done with that. This area is very convenient to get into Newport. It's only gonna be about a 2 to 5 minute Uber ride. You could walk from this area to Newport. That's gonna be about a 20-minute walk, probably a 15-minute walk to Cliff Walk, which is right here. Popular spot in the summertime because of its proximity to the beaches and also the proximity to the shopping and dining that exist over here. Another very popular quote unquote neighborhood is the Indian Ave neighborhood. Now, the Indian Ave neighborhood, as you can see, is more towards the backside of Middletown. People coming down from Boston like this because, again, they don't hit much traffic. It's easy to get over into this area. This area in the last 5 or 7 years has really begun to develop as far as the waterfront properties are concerned. So properties over here are selling anywhere between $4 and $10 million. What people like about over here is its proximity to Newport, but the privacy it offers. Plus, when you live on Indian Ave or back in this area off of Greenend Ave, it's very easy to access First Beach, Second Beach, and Third Beach. Third Beach, not a lot of people know about because it's more for locals. Tourists only really understand First and Second Beach. So this makes it super convenient, especially in the summer months, to be able to enjoy the weather that we're dealt with in the summertime. If you're living out in this area, it's very private off of Mitchell's Lane, Greenend Ave, Wapping Road. This all kind of funnels over to Indian Ave. This has a lot more privacy out here versus the Easton's Point neighborhood. So these are gonna be this is a very touristy, popular rental second home. This is second home and more primary back in this area. Now, as we move to the left of the screen, we have a neighborhood here. It's not really defined. I call it the High Street neighborhood because it's in between West Main Road and High Street. Now, I own property in this neighborhood. This is going to be more of a family neighborhood that people kind of gravitate towards. What's really nice about this area, I'll call it the High Street neighborhood, is it's super easy to get to East Main Road and West Main Road. East Main Road and West Main Road are really two of the major areas where you will find all of your shopping, all of your major box, retailers like Marshall's or Home Depot, and a lot of the restaurants are off of East and West Main Road. Now, I've been very consistent in my videos that I have said that East Main Road and West Main Road, in my opinion, are very, very dangerous roads. The reason why is because they're 2-lane roads that go out to Portsmouth right here on these 2 directions. And they're heavily traveled. You have to either make a left or right turn off of that road, and you have to cross multiple lanes. And I'm gonna say what it is. There's a lot of accidents that take place on West and East Main Road. So be very careful when you're driving those areas. So again, this location, the High Street neighborhood, this is gonna be super convenient because you have a lot of the shopping that exists right over here. Shaw's, they have CVS, so it makes it super easy from this neighborhood. Now, back over here, this is not a defined neighborhood right over here. This is off of Maple Ave. This area right here, I don't have a defined neighborhood for, but this area is probably the least popular neighborhood in Middletown. The reason why is because it's very commercial over here, and it's kind of been the last to gentrify. A lot of the homes over here need to be fixed up. The homes aren't as nice as some of the other areas in Middletown, but as Newport continues to grow out, I think this area has the opportunity to appreciate a lot more people to move in there at a more affordable price points than other neighborhoods in Middletown. Now, right over here, there's Slate Hill Farm. So this is a definable neighborhood. Now, Slate Hill Farm, again, coming out, you turn onto East Main Road. So be very, very careful when coming out of this neighborhood. What I love about this neighborhood is it's very private. The homes are well maintained there. It's a beautiful neighborhood. And the spacing between the homes is nice. The lots are a good size. There's probably about 60 to 80 homes in this Slate Hill Farm neighborhood. But out here, you're close to the vineyard, Newport Vineyard right here, and it's easy to access it's easy to gain access out to 138 to Portsmouth or get right down into town without being within the congestion. Another neighborhood that's very close to that is the Meadow Lane neighborhood. Meadow Lane primarily are full-time residents, people that live in this neighborhood. They have been there for years. That's the type of neighborhood where every neighbor knows each other, and relationships are built over here in this neighborhood. These homes really, really never come up for sale. This is right next to the Newport Vineyard, so it is a beautiful drive in. The homes here are all really, really good size, and it's a beautiful area to live in. As you get out over here, this is gonna be more condensed back here. If you follow Elephant Lane off of East Main Road, it's gonna be more condensed back in this area. Again, the homes aren't as large back over in this area. They're closer together. There is some commercial right here, so it's not as private as some of the areas like over here on Indian Ave. What I like about Middletown is it's so accessible to Portsmouth. It's so accessible to Portsmouth, to Newport, and people love living here. It's got a good school district. And what I would recommend is that if you're looking for a second home, the areas that I would focus on if you're looking for a second home would be Indian Ave and the Easton's Point neighborhood, Mitchell's Lane and Wapping Road. That's if you're looking for a second home. If you're looking for rental properties, I would highly recommend Easton's Point. This is where the highest yielding income derives from, is Easton's Point, because it's closest to the beaches. If you're a family and you're looking for a place where you want to live and you want to have neighbors that live there full time, the High Street neighborhood, back over here as well. Slate Hill Farm and Meadow Lane are gonna be the areas you wanna focus on. So that will give you a really good overview of what it's like to live in Middletown. Thanks for joining us on our tour of Middletown, Rhode Island. If you're looking for more information on Middletown or any other areas in Rhode Island, all of my contact information is in the description below.